Yo.
What's up, you virtual losers?
Thank you, Colin.
You're welcome.
So, big thing here is, Dakota, we want to incorporate some algebra skills when we're talking about that formula for slope. You guys remember y2 minus y1? We've talked about it about 18 times today, right? Over x2 minus x1. What do you notice that's a little weird here? Ethan, what are our directions here? We're trying to determine the value of R. Whoa, wait a minute. You mean we're not trying to find the slope? I guess not. Check it out.
Why not?
Well, because Caden, look at number 1 for me, man. Have they already given us the slope?
Oh my God.
What did we say M? What did we say M represents? It's the first page. It represents our slope. It's the first page. Yep. Oh shoot! So Mary Beth, they already gave us the slope. We don't need to find it. So let's plug in what we know. What do we know M is? M is 1. So 1 equals, let's label, guys. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Let's do some labeling. They gave us 2 points here. We know every point has an X, every point has a Y. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Go ahead and see if you can set up this fraction for us. Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. So 1, our slope, equals.
So that was a y2 minus y1
Yep, so that would it be negative 2?
minus 6
Oh, no, wait a minute. Minus Y1.
minus 8.
Minus 8. There you go. You're good. And how about X2 minus X1?
That'd be R minus 6.
R minus 6. Okay. So I know right now you guys are thinking, wait a minute. What on earth, how are we going to, because Ethan told us we have to solve for
They
R.
gotta divide.
Well, now, that's a good guess. Here's the thing. If we have to solve for R, that means we need to solve this equation. Oh, thank you. So how are we going to do that, guys? Take about 10 seconds. I just want us to look over this problem. Let's brainstorm.
What we're doing for 10 seconds.
We're kind of looking over the problem, seeing if we can figure out how to solve this for R. Because R right now is in the bottom of that fraction.
What do you think?
Hmm.
I got you,
I have a
Brian.
question, Mr. Ash.
Got you.
Yeah.
Discharge your boy.
The school order read
Yeah, I hate it when people call it that. Yes.
The baseball method.
Sure. Guys, if you ever have a variable that's stuck in a fraction, let's create, how do we create another fraction over here on the left?
You got to put a 1 under it.
Can we put a 1 under that?
I got this one, Mr. Harris.
Okay, Colin got us through, man.
All right, so now you want to do negative 2 with the negative 6. You want to like put a little circle thingy around them.
Okay, now wait a minute. Can we go ahead and figure out what's negative 2 minus 8 going to be?
Well, that's going to be down in negative 10.
Wouldn't that be, was that you, Jonathan? Or is that Dakota? Wouldn't that be negative 10? Oh, Ethan, was that you? My bad, man.
It's all right.
So go ahead and tell us again, Colin. What are we going to cross multiply here? What's this 1 going to
The one's
multiply
going to
with?
go to the negative 6.
Well, it's going to go with the R and the negative 6, right? Yep. How about the 1 and the negative 10? Will they go together?
Yes.
Did you guys remember doing this right here? Oh, I hate it so much. Some people call it the butterfly method. Yeah, flap them wings. So, guys, when you do this method, you're going to multiply the bottom to the top of this one. What's 1 times negative 10 going
That's
to be?
10.
Be careful. 1 times negative 10 would be
Negative 10.
negative 10. How about, aren't we going to have to distribute that 1 to both the R and the negative 6?
Yes.
Well, what's 1 times R?
R.
Well, that's pretty easy. R. How about 1 times negative 6? Oh, so that didn't change anything. That's convenient. And so, now, guys, what's the only thing left we have to do to solve for R? Did we just make this problem 1,000 trillion times easier?
Yes.
Devin, what's the last step here, man? Now that we've got just a normal old equation.
Oh yeah.
What would you do to solve for R?
We need to
Add 6.
To both sides.
10, negative 10.
So R is going to be negative 10 plus 6.
Oh, I know something.
You good?
Negative.
Yep. Great job, man. I know that's a little bit tricky, Colin. Thank you for walking us through that, man. I'd say a lot of people probably don't know what to do there. So here's what I'm going to let you guys do. I want you guys to try number 2 for me, please. See if you can try number 2.
Don't say that.
Now here's the good news, Caden. Number 2 actually already has a slope that's a fraction. So when you go to set up this, instead of having to put a 1 under it like we did here, this slope's already going to be a fraction. So I want to see if you guys can do number 2 here. First thing you need to do, label.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, you got this? Have you labeled yet? I'm not going to solve it for you, but I just want to help you set it up. M is 3/4 equals, that's our M, y2 minus y1. So that'd be r minus -3. Oh, shoot. Guys, what happens whenever you subtract a negative? It becomes a plus over x2 minus x1. Mary Beth, will the same thing happen on the denominator? 7 minus -1, that becomes plus. So before you cross multiply, go ahead and combine our like terms on the bottom there. We know what 7 is.
7 and 1's 8.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that before you start cross multiplying.
Good at that.
And I'm going to let you guys see if you can finish this problem. We're going to cross multiply just like we did over here, guys.
We're in a vegetable class.
So go ahead. So, Caden, it looks a little bit like this, man. We know we got 3 times 8, 4 times r plus 3.
Oh, look at
So that's kind of what you should be getting right here. We should be thinking, wait a minute, we have to distribute that 4
Hey,
to r and 3. Yeah. All right.
4r.
I think I heard Ethan say it.
12 divided by 4.
Yep. It equals 3. Everybody's kind of coming to the same conclusion here.
What? Top this class. I don't know, Mark. You know, I can't do that. We
Slope
should
is back there and then don't worry about it, man.
So our slope is at 3, and r would be 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's a positive slope.
So, well, no, that's not our slope. Didn't they already give us our slope? Our slope would be 3/4.
Is your name Dev?
That, when do we use rise over run? Not whenever we're given 2 points, but whenever we have a
What's it called? A graph.
graph. Yes, sir. And do we go from the left point, Mary Beth, to the right point, or a right point to the left point? Ooh, now wait. Guys, this is America. We go left to right.
This is a move.
Let's check it out. So you will start with a point on the left, and you'll go to a point on the right. So, and do we go left, right, or do we go up, down?
You said right to left.
Guys, is it run over rise, or is it rise over run?
Rise over run.
So in other words, we have to either go up or down before we go left.
How do your knees do that? How did that money pop up 100 times?
So you see how I'm young. You see how we go up 1, so that's positive 1,
Yes, sir.
and then right 1. So what are the directions that are positive? If you go up, is that positive?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Negative.
If you go up,
Straight line after 0.
Positive.
Down is undefined.
if you go down is negative. How about if you go right?
That's negative 0.
That's positive. What if you go left?
That's negative.
Okay. So we went up 1, right 1. That's 1 over 1. How about this one? We went down
That's
to
negative.
-2 over 1. That's positive to the right.
He is able to use this phrase.
-1 over 3. So that we went down 1 and then
That's
right
negative.
3. Yep. Well, we went down, so it's negative, and then we went right, which is
Positive.
yeah. So that's today. What I'm going to let you do, I'm going to pause the video here in a second, and I'm going to let you guys see if you can get some practice in. Try out numbers 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I'm going to let you guys try 4 through 7. And what you're doing here,
Oh, so all we're doing is right.
you're going to give me the slope.
Oh, that's just.
Yeah, this will not take long, guys. Just doing some rise over run.
Oh, this is.
Let's see if you guys got anybody a little confused on number 4. We go down 2 and then right 3. So, any questions, man? Call. Did you do okay on this one? Down 2, right 3.
Negative 2 over 3.
How about number 5?
Then you gotta.
If it's a vertical line, we know it's automatically undefined slope. Yep. Number 6, we got a flat line.
0.
Slope is 0. Yes, not positive nor negative.
You got 4 over 2.
And then finally, number 7, we went up 4 and right 2. What can that actually reduce down to? 4 over 2. Not 1/2, big numbers on top. 4 divided by 2 is, what's 4 cut in half? 2, yep. Be careful there, guys. If the bigger number's on top, it's not going to be a fraction like 1/2. 4 over 2 is really just 4 cut in half.
Shut it up, my girl.
All right.
Hey, don't tell me to shut up. That is bad.
All right. When we talk hours, we're going to bring this into the real world. Are you guys thinking would hours be our X or our Y?
Hours will be our.
Think back to science class. Your time is always X.
Why you
So hours are the X's. Mary Beth, what's that mean? The number of fences we're painting is going to be. Yep. And how can we find out the rate of change, guys? How can we find out how many fences we're painting per hour? Well, if you have a bunch of X's and
Take the X
Y's.
and divide it by the Y.
No, wait a minute. Couldn't we use this right here?
Yes, sir.
Slope. So here's X1,
Yes, sir. You
X1,
got like 4 X's.
Y1. Well, let's just choose 2. Here's X1, here's Y1. Here's X2. There's Y2. So our slope's going to be 2 minus 1, Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. 6 minus 3. So we're taking 2 points, Deb, and we were kind of subtracting these. The Y's are being subtracted, and the X's are being subtracted. And so, John, what do you get up top, man? What's 2 minus 1? Yep. So M is going to be 1 over, how about 6 minus 3? Yes, sir.
Guys, class is not all.
So wait a minute. What does that mean, Connor? That means that every 1 hour, how many fences are we painting?
2. 3. Dad,
We
go.
got 1 over 3.
Oh, so are we even painting a whole fence in an hour?
No.
No, it's taking us 3 hours to
Taking a
paint one
quarter of a
fence.
fence.
So that we're saying, guys, that every hour
1 quarter.
we're painting 1/3.
Yeah, I really done that. That's terrible. You don't even need to be painted.
Yeah, as I say, they're moving a little slow, aren't they?
No, it depends on how big that daggone fence
That's
is.
true. I don't know if you ever painted a fence. They do take a while. I'm going to let you guys try number 2. See if you can find out how fast they're going here. Miles per hour. So try number 2 for me, guys. You might want to call hours. This is X1. That'd make that Y1. 4 could be X2.
So it's Y's on top, right?
Yes, it's always, guys, the change in Y
Wow.
over the change in X. Okay,
Good.
so it'll be 140 minus 70 over
Hey, don't you start that.
4 minus 2. So Mary Beth, what do you get up top here?
Hey, you need to change the batteries in this, it says.
70
They didn't let me do anything.
over 2. Hey, so guys, how fast we going? We're actually going pretty slow.
35.
140 minus 70, Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. So we're going 35 miles per hour. Pretty slow. Yeah. And so what I want you guys to do for me, last thing for homework. Here's our homework, guys. I want you to try. Let me zoom out for my people who are still working. Here you go. I want you guys to try numbers 1 and 2 right here. Check out what you're going to be doing. I need you to tell me whether each relationship models what kind of slope, and then find that slope.
So you can see every pore on your finger under that.
Yep. So tell me whether we have a positive slope, a negative slope, 0 or undefined, and then find that slope for me on 1 and 2. You can go and be working on that now. Thank you. That's our homework for the day. We only have 2 numbers. No, we don't. How much did it cost for 1 pair of jeans? Oh, wait. So isn't that a pair? So we know for 1 pair of jeans it was $22.50. How much was it for 3 pairs?
It's $7.50.
And by the way, can we kind of go ahead and tell what kind of slope this is going to be? As we buy more pairs, what's happening to the price? So as X increases, Y is increasing. What kind of slope is that?
Positive.
That's a positive slope.
Yo, you virtual kids are a bunch of losers.
Buddy, Colin. Yeah,
Is that influence?
Colin's a loser.
Sorry, virtual kids.
It takes one to know one. All right, so that's a positive.
Oh, that's gross for sure.
So we got X1, Y1, X2, Y2, And so, yeah, you guys can absolutely find the slope here. Little y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 action. And I'll let you guys see if you can do that for 1 and 2.